It's the Jack
and Kathy
Show.
Shit Show.
And there we go.
Yeah, how was that?
Okay,
Did you like
I
that
think
one?
I think if yeah.
Okay. Hi, Jack.
Hey.
Jack, you seem to be not in the highest spirits at the moment.
So every time did you hear that?
Yeah.
Every time I publish this show, there's a section where I can ask if it's explicit or
Yeah.
you want to see my face?
Mm-hmm.
You can ask if it's explicit and if it's not suited for children under 18. And I typically don't select the children under 18. I just say it's explicit.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't go hardcore, nasty shit.
No, I think I've
We
dropped
swear a
the
little bit,
F-bomb or
right.
something. Or
But I'm fucked up right now. So I may change that setting.
I think you might have to.
Oh, fuck, babe.
But let's tell the peoples what we did.
What we did? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we jumped a ramp that we thought was going to land a certain way on a mountain bike and ended up hitting front tire first on the other end of the ramp and then flying 5 feet and breaking some ribs. That's not what we did. That's what I did.
Yes, that's why you're in pain. We went camping this weekend, and on day 2, Jack fell down and went boom.
Day 1.
Well, we got there on a Thursday, and you had your boo-boo on a Friday.
Yeah, but we got there Thursday night at 6:00.
Yeah.
So it was really day 1. We find this
Yeah.
mountain biking place. It's an
Sorry
hour
that
away.
happened.
You know what I feel bad about?
What?
Is that there was a huge weekend for you. You've been looking forward to it.
I still had a good time.
Oh, I had a terrible time.
I know. You were then to sleep in a tent for 2 days.
I couldn't. Did you see how bad it was me trying to just get out of it? It's so bad.
I know.
And I've broken ribs before and there's nothing.
you have?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh,
And there's nothing you can do.
gosh.
Yeah, you just cry.
Yeah.
However, for all the people watching and listening, hats off to you, babe, for fucking killing it.
With the food?
Everything.
Yeah.
You did the research.
We both killed it. Yeah, I found the spot, and not surprisingly, you have to book a campsite, to guarantee one.
Yeah.
I booked this in February for us,
Yeah.
and it is called Copper Falls State Park. It's about 5.5 hours
It's called
north.
Jack Falls State Park.
Jack falls down and goes boom. State Park. And I found it, and it very well reviewed, a lot of scenic natural beauty, and it was really great. We slept in a tent, which was so hard when you have a broken rib.
The first night, well, you didn't sleep at all night.
I didn't
long,
sleep
which
well the
sucked
first
for
night.
you.
Yeah.
I slept like a rock. I remember very few conversations we had.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I hurt myself, 2 minutes into our ride,
Yeah.
I was so excited because when I looked up, in the same way that you looked up recipes for dinner, and I want to talk about that and everything else, I looked up all the gear stuff, right, to make sure we got the right grill grates and blah and on and on.
Yeah.
And so I also looked up mountain biking, and this reviews were great because it had lots of jumps and good the downhill coming back was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it was a decent
It
climb. and the
was. It
whole
was good.
way-
I loved the whole track.
And
Do
the
you
mo-
remember the name of it?
Sugar something, TSUGA. Ooh, just kicked you, sorry. I can't remember the name of the place, though. The track we're on was called Sugar Run or something.
Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy. So I had read about all the jumps. And 2 minutes in, there's a jump. And I went, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then went flying and didn't realize it was a ramp to catch you at the other end. Because normally I'm just used to,
It was a double jump. It was
was.
like double camelback.
and it really isn't one you should jump. You should kind of roll over them. And I went flying into my front tire hit. Anyway, what I want to tell the people, forget about me, really, I was blown away by you. And I know you've been looking forward to this for so long.
Thanks, babe.
And so I'm sorry I let us down.
You did not let me down.
We
I'm
didn't
sorry
do
that
bug
didn't.
kiss.
I'm sorry that didn't. I'm sorry that it ruined your weekend and that
You
you're
kicked
hurt.
ass climbing. You were on biking.
on the bike.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, you did so well. It makes a difference.
I need to build up stamina, but that was a really fun course.
You did
I really
great.
liked it.
Single track stuff. You crushed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Keep riding with me. It'll be even better.
Yeah.
And seriously, you were
My
remarkable.
shoulders are sore. Like I can still feel.
Yeah. But you don't do that. I mean, that's really
Right.
You don't ride like I do.
And I'm not running like I used to. So my cardio stamina wasn't what it normally is.
I wish there was
in my
something
younger
funny
days.
to talk about because I'm in the mood to make you laugh.
No, you can't make me
Oh,
laugh. You can't laugh. There's no
I
laughing.
can't laugh. I was
You cannot
crying.
laugh.
What were you doing that I was crying over?
I don't know. Did I make a funny face or something?
You said something at the bar. So let's tell everyone what we did. So we get there Thursday night.
Yes.
We stop along the way at some. This is all going to be posted, by the way, on TikTok and Instagram. So I'm going to set it up into every day. I took pictures.
Okay.
There were fewer and fewer pictures the more pain I was in. Yeah, I'm serious. So I want to do like a day 1, a day 2. And so the drive up was awesome. We listened to some podcasts and shit like that. And then we stopped at, was it called Bays something or Shore View Diner,
right.
whatever the hell it was?
We were passing all these little towns, and this one little town I think it was actually called Harbor View or something.
That was it.
And the restaurant, and it was overlooked some water, and it was really great.
Yeah, we had beer.
We had a beer
and some
wings.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
And then we got to the place.
Uh-huh.
And we got ice and firewood.
And we set up our camp.
We set up our camp, which is day 1. You'll see I had a time lapse thing. And it was awesome.
And we made salmon and foil for dinner.
We didn't make salmon and foil. You made salmon and foil. I did nothing this trip except get hurt, whine like a shit.
You were the fire master.
Well, yeah, but
even in pain, you were the fire
even once I showed
master.
you how to
got
set
some
up the
blazing
fire, you got it going like that. I was totally unnecessary on this trip. I'm starting to realize
that is not true.
It's
Take that
true.
back and don't say it again.
I was of little necessity.
You were hurt.
So
you can't plan such things. It has to be okay.
Oh my God, I can't even talk.
Yeah.
So you surprised me so much because I knew you had done some meal planning, and I was laughing before we left because the kitchen, you had this huge bin, and you were taking paprika. And I know I'm exaggerating, but you were taking so much stuff. And my vision of camping was a bunch of frozen hamburger patties, some hot dogs, chocolate, graham cracker, and marshmallow, and that for 3 days.
Yeah.
Maybe some potato salad, right? Watermelon here or there.
We had salmon with tomatoes and
First
onions
night dinner.
and pesto
Talk
and
about that.
foil and some asparagus spears. And then
No, that was
breakfast?
that was first night.
that was the first night.
Well,
and then what was breakfast the next day?
You just glossed over how cool you are.
Oh, well, I was just going to list all the meals.
I know, but hang in it a little bit.
Okay.
So Kath made these amazing foil packs of salmon on top with some onions. What else were on top? Tomatoes.
And pesto.
And then another foil pack of the
Asparagus with some salt, pepper, and lemon juice.
Some olive oil too, probably, I'm guessing.
Olive oil. Mm-hmm.
And then we just sat those on top of the grill. And then had a wonderful bottle of wine. I didn't drink the wine the first night.
No.
I finished a bottle of Angel's Envy.
Not the entire bottle.
Well, half a bottle of Angel's Envy. You were shocked at how much I kept pouring in there. And then the next night I said, is there any more Angel's Envy? And you're like,
you drank it.
And you had wine.
Yeah.
And then the next morning we had for breakfast, you go.
Yeah, what did we have for? We had yogurt and fruit and granola and coffee, which is always yummy. We had fresh raspberries and blueberries.
Oh,
so good. So easy.
So good.
Yeah, that's always a classic.
Then we went for the treacherous bike ride. Life stopped for a while.
Yep.
I was in pain. You kicked ass. I'm so proud of you. You're yawning.
Sorry, that was a yawn.
I am. I'm so proud of you. Do you want to get that bike? We rented a bike from, what's Ron's place called? It's Lake Bluff's only bike store. Lake Bluff, Illinois. We rented a bike. We rented a, what's the brand name of that bike?
I have no idea.
It was great, but we rented it.
It's like turquoise. That's what I know.
But you would buy it, right? Because he said we could buy it. and you loved it.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
I'm telling you,
I felt very comfortable on it. It
anyone
felt like
that
a good
knows
frame
me,
size and
it was perfect. Anyone that knows me knows that I like to mountain bike hard and really go at it. And you kept up. So impressed.
Thank you.
I'm serious. You know that. I think you're amazing.
You.
So then, what did we have for lunch? We just snacked for lunch, didn't we? What did we do for lunch?
Yeah, just came back and had snacks. I had put out snacks, and then for dinner, we had.
Oh, the dinner was amazing.
What did I make that night?
Come on, you had it on the drive home.
No, that was last night. What did I make Friday night?
Friday night for dinner? We didn't go out to dinner, did we?
No.
We made snacks. You made the chicken Friday night.
Oh, the chicken. Yeah, that was just simple. That was still the snacks. Again, I had fresh veggies and we had goat cheese with some herbs and
crackers
and tomatoes,
cucumbers,
and olive oil and a little white balsamic vinegar, and we ate it with some crackers.
And so everybody understands, we were not glamping. The food is glorious.
There's no reason
but we were not
to eat burgers and hot
well,
dogs.
right, but we were sleeping in a tent. We had a carve out of a place. You'll see pictures of it. We were in the middle of the woods, so it's not like we weren't even in a camper. Oh, my ribs.
Don't be so animated. Don't wave your arms.
I know, I can't move.
No.
So I don't want anyone thinking that we were glamping, because far from it. I mean, the bathroom, well, I don't,
It wasn't super rugged. It was like...
It wasn't really bad, but it wasn't... We weren't in a cabin where we...
No, we weren't in a cabin.
No.
There was no room service. We brought everything in. We
had Kermit the Frog joined us.
Yeah.
Right?
That little frog.
We had a frog that was near the campsite. So we had to get firewood and start our own fires.
Yep.
Now, it was funny because I couldn't understand how all our neighbors were lighting their fires so fast. They all had freaking blowtorches. Right? And we were trying to do a little bit
or they have lighter fluid and they just sprinkle a little lighter fluid on.
We didn't do that. We did the old light a little bit.
Kindling.
We gave it some oxygen.
You took the axe and you made some kindling with some of the firewood that we bought.
Yeah, that was fun. So we had a wonderful chicken with the cheese thing, and the crackers was unreal.
Yeah, that was not necessarily a recipe, but then
it was just great.
For breakfast yesterday, that was really good.
Yesterday's
that was
breakfast I took a picture of.
Potato.
Holy
and
funk was this good.
Soy chorizo.
Yeah, can you stop right there?
I know, soy chorizo.
We had
and it had a little cinnamon in it and maple syrup, and it was all diced really small.
Green
and
onions.
The chorizo, green onions, and then you cook an egg. And
so
it was good.
good.
It was a really good breakfast.
Delicious breakfast.
And then for dinner
what did we do for lunch
night,
though? So then we went on a hike. I can't believe we're doing like a play-by-play.
Oh, we did.
This is the most
is all
boring.
about our food.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I really love you for so many reasons. You were so awesome, given the fact that within 3 minutes of a bike ride, I was incapacitated.
Yeah.
And hats off to you for sticking it out, because I wanted to go. I have to admit,
you were in,
well, now I'm going to tell you the
pain.
truth. I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
The moment we got back, I wanted to go home because I couldn't breathe. And so I went, I cannot do this to her. And then the meals kept coming. You catered to me.
See, now that's really interesting. We could actually make that a topic, because I wanted to take you home
so badly
because you were in pain, and we haven't had an x-ray yet, but if we would put money on something, we'd say you definitely have a cracked rib, if not two. And I think it would have been smart to take you home.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. And I would have wanted to take you
home. I know.
Home. And I even said
100 times.
You got to tell me, and I'm telling you it's okay, and you refuse to. So there is that dichotomy. I love you for not wanting to disappoint me in bailing on the camping after, waiting so long for it. But when you're in pain, that's not in your control.
Baby.
It's not that you got there and you're like, oh, this campsite sucks, I want to go home. You were in pain. We should have come home.
Well, let me rewind it.
So what does a girl do with someone who's so stubborn but has the best of intentions.
Kisses me often.
No, seriously.
Smooches,
like you are
hugs and kisses.
so thoughtful and thinking about me, but I need to know that you
So,
feel comfortable
truth.
saying to me, Kat,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this if it wasn't real. I think I need to go home and
so
I think
here's-
I need an x-ray and
Okay.
I would have appreciated
Yeah,
that.
no, fair. I was hopeful that I was going to wake up and it wasn't going to be as bad as I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what I thought. And when we woke up and then went for the long hike, so we're kind of chronologically telling the story.
We put some Aleve in you,
we put a ton of Aleve. I had some Advil early in the morning. We had that great breakfast and we went on a hike. Mm-hmm. So there's Copper Falls name is because there's a bunch of falls around there. So while it was tough, I wasn't winded. I mean, it was painful. Mm-hmm. And I just figured, well, it's bruised, right?
What happened there?
Oh, hold on a second. We're good.
Security scan.
Let me just clear that up. We're good. Close that. Okay, we're good. Okay. I think everything's still working. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, we're still working.
Cool.
So good check. So when it first happened, I went, we got to go. Mm-hmm. In my brain. Mm-hmm. And then I went, we're 6 hours away from home. And I don't even feel, I'd rather go to Illinois for my doctors because that's where I'm used to seeing my doctors, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, we're 8 hours away. And then I'm not even seeing them until the next day. So then I went, take your meds, see how you feel, because sometimes I recover fast from things, right? Mm. But the sleep was brutal.
Yep.
That's where I went, I can't even slightly move. So I thought, this isn't good. And then we went for the walk, and the walk was great. We were gone for 2.5 hours on that hike, right? Mm-hmm. That's when Alex called, wanting to know where we were because we had no signal, I had no signal.
Yeah.
So honestly, I really thought at that point I'm okay. Where it got bad was when I went back into bed last night. That's when I was like, we should pack up right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't give a shit if we get home at midnight. We should get home. Mm-hmm. So I'll admit that you had looked forward to this so much, and all I kept replaying was, oh, why did you take the jump? Why did you take the jump? You didn't have to take a jump then.
Because you can handle jumps. You just didn't have the line of sight to know that
it was
like
route,
this,
which was stupid. You
don't
take a jump on a route.
Back-to-back mounds, and you just
you don't take a jump on a route
one.
you don't know.
Oh.
So that was
when you can't see the other side. When you can't
see because I couldn't see what was beyond it because of the way the slope was. So that's if you know the hill, you're like, here comes a jump, and you've done it before, like Payless. Mm-hmm. So let me get back to this.
Okay.
Your meals were amazing. The breakfast was awesome. I still loved being with you. Mm. I feel so bad that we didn't paddleboard on that beautiful lake. I couldn't go swimming with you in that beautiful lake.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for that, and I will make it up to you.
No, you don't have to.
And so if you could just...
This is life, baby.
Yeah.
This is life. You have nothing to make up for me, to me for.
Nothing for me to make up to me for to make up.
Yeah. Shh.
Can you finish talking about the meals and then?
Yeah. Okay. So sweet potato, chorizo, hash with eggs, and then last night for dinner we had that chicken with some quinoa and sautéed tomatoes and zucchini and a little Parmesan and a little lemon and olive oil in it, salt, pepper. That was really good. In fact, we might be eating those leftovers for dinner tonight. Good. And then this morning,
and we had matcha, by the way, so not just coffee. We had matcha, like you
with oat milk.
You go all fucking out.
And then this morning we had coffee again with French press. French press. Gotta drag a French press to the campsite. You gotta have French press. What's the big deal?
It fits in a box.
All right.
So we were 15 minutes in, and the computer ran out of juice, so there was a little pause in the action, but I know Key is amazing at splicing and dicing.
Yeah, we were just still talking about food. So this morning, last meal of the camp, and it was
good
banana walnut pancakes with French press coffee again.
And Kathy
with real
tapped
maple syrup.
Maple tree. She has a maple tree tap.
All right, we'll go with that story.
And it was fresh maple syrup from a maple tree.
Do you know what it takes to make maple syrup? You don't tap a tree and get
Every
syrup.
time I've seen that commercial from Vermont.
You tap a tree and it looks like water,
Tap that
basically,
tree.
and you have to boil it down to get syrup.
In the commercial, they put a plug in, a spigot,
Yeah.
they turn it, and they fill a jar.
Yep, just like the commercial.
And that's what you did.
Just like Make Believe Land.
Hold on a second. I'll make sure every audio is working correct one more
Okay.
time. Let me check this. Oh, it is good. So, fresh maple syrup was awesome. Banana walnut, holy shit, pancakes.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal.
We have lots of extra food.
So now here we are on Saturday. We go on this long ass hike. We see Copper Falls, which are beautiful. So if you go to Instagram or TikTok, you'll see like 4 episodes that we're going to post so you can see some pictures. And so Key, in fact, if you grab them, if you want to just post them up while we're talking, that's cool. So I'll make sure Key has access to that so she can post some
Okay.
pictures. So we do this great hike at Copper Falls. We go to a kind of less than inspiring outlook post that we climbed to the top of, right? It was kind of boring, right?
Yeah.
And then we had all this food and we had chips, cheese. We brought some beer with us,
We did.
some turkey, avocado. So we had lunch outside, which was great. And now we're kind of, what do we do next? Because I can't do shit, right?
Right?
And
Right.
we just went on a 2.5-hour hike. The meds had worn off.
Yeah.
And so Kath goes, let's go.
Well, and it was starting to rain. It looked like it was going to rain. So we didn't want to go back to the campsite. We had nowhere to get out of the rain. And crawling into the tent and lying down was not an option.
Oh, fuck, no way.
And so we went into the tiny little town that it's adjacent to called Mellon, Mellen, and we found a bar. And we sat at the bar, had a beer and an old fashioned, and played cards.
Copper
We
Ridge.
played Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights. You won. You came back. I was winning 8-5. We
did.
played
I
the first one at 10.
won.
You won 10-8.
Woo. And then you taught me cribbage.
No.
Oh, no, not cribbage.
My kids will love
Canasta.
this. Yeah.
Canasta.
Canasta. We played one-on-one canasta.
Yeah.
And you got it.
And I was woeful, but I'm getting it.
Not
It's
even
a lot
close.
to know.
You totally kicked ass.
Oh my gosh, that game. There's a lot
Yeah,
to.
there's a lot of strategery.
Yeah.
And you kicked ass. For real.
Well, okay.
You did.
All right.
Because remember, I
If
was
you
telling
say
you.
so, I'll believe
yeah,
you.
my kids are going to die laughing, that I taught you canasta. Mm-hmm. You did great. So that was our day.
Well,
so we
thank
hung
you.
out there for,
Yeah.
we had some old fashions.
Yep. And then we went back to the site and made some food, and yeah, it was really good.
It wasn't the trip that I wanted, and I'm really sorry.
Well, you don't need to apologize because it's not your fault. It's out of your hands.
Gotta be better.
You did not mean to fall down and go boom.
What if I told you I intentionally went to fall?
You
Because I
threw
wanted you
your
to
body
feel
off the
sorry for
bike?
me. I just didn't think I would land on that rock. Dumb fuck.
Ribs first. Body slam it first.
I had fun, and I'm glad we stayed. I really am. Mm-hmm. I could have easily come home moments after we got and packed up that car
Yeah.
because I just wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we didn't. I wish we could have done some more
I
things.
need
We'll get
you
a chance
to
to do it
know
again.
that it's okay for you to tell me those things. It's
I know.
okay. Things just take over, and sure, we both would have been disappointed not to camp at all. But when you hurt yourself, there's no all. It's a whole new game.
You know what was the hardest
and
thing
I have
for me?
to
It
trust
wasn't
that you know.
Yeah, the hardest thing
You
really
have to know.
wasn't sitting at the bar. Every once in a while it would hurt, right? Mm-hmm. Or eating dinner and sitting in the chair every once in a while. It was sleeping. Mm-hmm. I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep 1 minute.
Yeah.
Because no matter what I did, it was super painful. And so I'm probably going to have to just grin and bear it again. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So that was the hardest part, was sleeping, to get down to ground level in that tent, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So probably, and so everyone knows and is listening, Kathy was amazing because she kept saying, let's prep the car. Let's have you sit in the front seat. We can, lay it back a little bit for you so it's not too uncomfortable. And I
Resisted all of
do you know
that.
why?
No.
Because I wasn't going to let you sleep in a tent by yourself.
That would have been fine.
You would have met somebody?
You never know who would have walked up to campsite number 39. Could have been some opportunities there,
I would have
you know?
never let you sleep in a tent by yourself. I would have been terrified that something could have happened to you.
That's, again, Nothing would have happened to me. You're in a car 5 feet away. You need to take care of yourself. I know you put me first. I do. But I need to know that you're not going to sacrifice yourself like that when you're in pain.
I'm going to dive in front of a train for you, even if you don't ask me to, just because there's nothing else going on that day. I make you mad, don't I?
Yeah, that's a little frustrating because...
Let's talk about it. We got 8 minutes left in the cast. Go, talk about it.
Well, I kind of did. I need you to feel comfortable saying, Kath, I got to go. I am not well, and I got your back. I got you.
I never question if you have my back.
I never would have been like, I can't believe you're making us go.
No. I know.
Like
I never thought that I really mean it. I thought I could recover. I thought maybe it's just bruised, right? Because it happened so early in the bike ride, and it was, challenging to do some turns and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I thought maybe it's the ride. It's just, it never got better.
No.
And it still feels like shit.
Yeah.
So moving forward, if it's fucked up, I'll just apologize. We'll come home and we'll...
That's right.
Go camping, which I hope we get to go camping again. I hope you want to buy that bike. Yeah. And we get it now and we can do this again.
It's awesome. It's an awesome bike.
You were amazing.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah. The food, the prep. I have to admit, I'm watching it going, what are we doing? Where's the burgers? Where's the...
I love that though. I love
that I
eating
thought that
well.
way.
Well, no, I love eating well at the campsite because you saw it's so easy to eat something other than.
It's just as to me. It's just as much work as anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to put a burger together is no different than cutting up the chicken that we did, right? It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
No, you kicked ass. What was your favorite time?
I really enjoyed the ride. I thought the hike was beautiful. We can now see that there's even more trails you can take and go even further. There was some really beautiful stuff to see with the falls. And I love that whole area. And I love the actual road trip too. I liked the 5.5 hour drive.
The drive was actually okay. You drove the whole way back. I drove basically the whole way there. It was funny because you took over because I was tired after having that beer, and I think you lasted like maybe an hour. Yeah.
Boy, I got tired too.
Yeah, you got tired really fast.
Yeah.
I loved the trip. I wish we would have been able to see the stars more last night because I think we had to wait till it was really late, like 11 o'clock. We would have had to
stay up. Yeah, when I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom in the woods, I was like, oh, this is when you want to look at the stars. Oh. Because the sky was black.
You didn't want to wake me up because I was already up? You didn't want
if
I get out of that bed.
That would have been you getting out of the bed, and that would have been extremely...
We would have been driving home at that point.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. No apology necessary.
So
we'll do it again.
So we've got about 4 minutes left.
Okay.
Because normally we try to stay at 30. We've been going longer. We have a fun week coming up.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
What are you excited about?
Alex is coming. Your daughter is coming. She's staying with us for a few days before her bachelorette party,
which
here
is
in Milwaukee. And so we're going to get to show Alex where we live, and we have to clean the house before she arrives.
Oh, yeah. It's so bad.
It's such a shit
It's
show.
really going to be you cleaning the house. You know that.
Oh, yeah, I know it is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. But yeah, that's going to be a good week, and then some work in there. And
maybe blackberry smoke on Thursday. We'll see.
That's right.
We'll see if we get a chance to go see them,
Okay.
Because they're playing at the Pabst Theater.
The Pabst.
Baby, this was the most boring. We talked about food and we talked about itinerary podcasts.
Well, I think if there was any meatiness in this podcast, it was, in terms of relationship and relationship dynamic, it's what I said. It's
put myself first once in a while.
Put yourself first once in a while. Know that I support you, and know that it actually isn't good for us for like in this moment that you don't want to disappoint me. Life is full of disappointments. That doesn't mean I blame you. It's very different, right?
Yeah.
So, and I want our relationship to be such that we can withstand that, where you can say, Kath, I am hurt. I think we got to go.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, let's do it.
No, I know you would have.
Yeah. So,
in the future.
okay.
Promise.
Because you have to be honest in that
Are
way.
you welling up right now?
No, screw you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just tired.
You're not tired.
Yeah.
You're crying.
Shut up. We're done.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
Bye. Peace,
Bye.
everybody.